Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome to this episode of Healing Your Codependency. I'm Marshall Berkshire, and I'm your guide in transforming your codependency into peace, love, connection, well-being, deep self-worth, and ultimately knowing yourself because, well, that's how we heal our codependency. All right. Today's kind of an impromptu thing. I've been busy with creating the Joy Innovator materials, so you're going to be hearing a lot more about how we work with joy. It's going to be in a separate podcast, but check out my wall or go. I'm going to be giving you guys places to go here next week to get signed up with that if you want to cultivate more joy in your world, as well as setting up our next course, the Nurture course, so we can nurture and heal loneliness and build real intraconnection and interconnection so that we can have our needs nurtured and we can find satisfaction and fulfillment. So we're doing quite a bit on this side of the aisle, but today I want to talk about a topic that was inspired by a post earlier today on my Facebook wall, and that isn't it time to stop fixing yourself and actually time to start knowing yourself? And why does this matter in healing codependency? What is the relevancy here? Why is this important? So let's jump right in. Most of the time, we come into therapy, we come into self-help with a perspective that says something's wrong with me. Something is not working right, and I need to fix it. So we look at it from the angle of a mechanical view, an allopathic view of something. If I'm not feeling the right way, or I'm not behaving in a certain way, or I'm not getting certain results, there's something that needs to be fixed. There's something that needs to be changed in order for me to get what I am looking for. And this comes in with this mechanical view of who we are. We live in societies that are dominated by an engineering view of the world, a components view, and how those components interact together. And if I'm putting in A and I'm getting out Q, but I'm supposed to get B, there's a problem, right? So we've internalized this notion that we can be broken, that we can also then be fixed. And then in that fixing, things will change for us. My adventure in healing was pretty much steeped in that model of like, well, gotta fix me, gotta fix the feeling, gotta fix the pain, gotta fix the emptiness, gotta fix the results so I get more of what I'm looking for. Let me know in the comments below if that's you. But this fixing thing has been really integrated into our being because of the kind of daily experience we have with how people even respond to like emotions and problems. They're like, oh, you got a problem, gotta fix it, gotta find a solution. Oh, that feeling's a problem, gotta fix it. Oh, that situation, gotta fix it. This has disconnected us from our fundamental humanity. It's also disconnected us from our evolution as a human being. Because what really needs to happen here is that our experience is educating us, and we need to connect with that education. What is this trying to do for me? So I'll give us some structure here with this. So I have a codependent impulse, right? Codependent impulse shows up, says, oh, I want to please this person. I feel this real rush of like, ooh, I want them to like me. I want them to choose me. And so I start doing things I think that they'll like, right? And then I go to therapy and I'm like, oh, I people please this person. What's wrong with me? Yeah, we got to work on that. We got to fix that. And so we start countering the people pleasing by trust in your own value, or let's practice loving yourself more, or let's practice getting used to disappointing someone, right? These are all topical applications to the problem. They're not going to solve the people pleasing. The reason why is because we are completely missing the mark. So the fixing model is like, ooh, wrong, got to change it. My work comes from the point of view of evolution, and that starts with a question. And that question is what is this trying to do for me? What is my people pleasing in this moment trying to do for me? Oh, I want to be valued. I want connection with this person that I like. Okay, what will that do for me? Oh, it'll affirm my value, or it'll give me a chance to build a friendship, or it'll bring some peace. Okay, and what will that do for me if those are going on? Oh, I'll like myself. Oh, and now we're getting to the root of it, because when we're really dealing with codependency, we're fundamentally trying to meet either a sense of safety emotionally or in a relationship or physically. We're trying to connect, trying to create a sense of belonging with ourselves and with others. And we're trying to derive a sense of worth and meaning in our world. That's why I look at this as an evolution. It's like, oh, I have people-pleasing impulse. What are you trying to do for me? I'm trying to build a sense of worth. Okay. Now that I know what my need and my desire is, I can change how I get it met, which means, I can go in there and care for the fear or the pain or the injury that might be there. Like grieving when I wasn't loved and valued for who I am, for instance. And then I can be like, what matters to me in a connection that helps me feel seen, valued, and wanted? Now I can start identifying those characteristics, and then I can go out into the world and choose people that show up that way towards me. And now I start feeling valued and loved, but internally I'm also working with my own value. I'm like, what if my value, my worth is independent of their approval? Who would I be then? This evolves us from our codependent state into our advocacy state. And that allows us to know ourselves more. That's why in my work, we're all about starting to know ourselves, to become ourselves, rather than I got to stop the codependency. Because that doesn't change anything. I did that for 20 years. I spent a lot of time and money and effort trying to change the codependency. It just made it worse. But when I started to know myself and understand why I was doing what I was doing, what was it trying to do for me, and then I learned how to meet those needs in a different way, I didn't need the codependent behaviors anymore because I knew I could get my need met differently. So there's nothing to fix, my friends. There's just you to know. That's the work. That's the magic. What shifts if I stop trying to fix myself and I start trying to know myself? That's where you're going to get change that lasts in your world. That's where your sense of satisfaction emerges. That's where the drop in frustration, emptiness, loneliness, pain comes into play. This is where real healing gets traction, because healing isn't fixing something. Healing is evolving into something else. That's our magic. That's the work. So my friends, you do not need fixing. You need to be known. Known by you and known by all of us. Because we're interconnected. We need each other that way to see ourselves, to understand ourselves, to be witnesses of each other, so that we can know each other and thus know ourselves. So that's our magic there. Hi, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you. So that's our work. We stop fixing, we come into knowing, and you can start that with this question today. Any impulse that's showing up in you that you feel like you need to fix or that it's wrong or bad in some reason, ask it this question. What are you trying to do for me? And listen, pause, acknowledge what shows up, and observe what's there. And you'll start to understand yourself deeply, quickly, because you're like, I just wanted to feel connected. What ways does connection show up for me? What feels like connection to me? Identify that, and then, is that happening? Can I ask for that? Do I want to take that risk? Boom. Magic starts. So my friends, that is today's really impromptu episode. So go run with it. Let me know what you discover. You can share it in the comments on this video. If you're on YouTube, share it on the comments here on the podcast. come join me at healyourcodependency.com. Jump on the email thing, and then you can let me know there. Or you can join me in my community here on Facebook, the Heal Your Codependency with Marshall Burchard community, and share there. But go gently, because there's nothing to fix. There's just things to discover. And that's the magic. Thank you again, guys, for being here. I will see you in our next episode. Okay? Bye-bye. So thank you for watching this episode. And you want more episodes like this, check out the recommended video above. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're ready to take the leap and heal your codependency, check out my workshop linked below on how to heal codependency permanently. Then you can understand how I help you restore safety, connection, and worth in your life, and how that liberates you from your codependency and empowers you in creating the relationships, the satisfaction, fulfillment you want in your life. So check that out below. Thank you again for showing up, guys. Bye-bye.